All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for yet another session of One Piece. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. Today, we are going to be going through Volume 54 of the series, titled Unstoppable. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The Story of One Piece, Volume 54. Monkey D. Luffy started out as just a kid with a dream to become the great... Well, actually, hold on. Yep, I see the problem here. I forgot to fix chat. I knew I forgot to do something. There we go. The Story of One Piece, Volume 54. Monkey D. Luffy started out as just a kid with a dream to become the greatest pirate in history. Stirred by the tales of pirate red-haired Shanks, Luffy vowed to become a pirate himself. That was before the enchanted devil fruit gave Luffy the power to stretch like rubber, at the cost of being unable to swim, a serious handicap for an aspiring sea dog. Undeterred, Luffy set out to sea and recruited some crewmates: Master Swordsman Zoro, treasure hunting thief Nami, lying sharpshooter Usopp, the high-kicking chef Sanji, Chopper the walkin' talkin' reindeer doctor, mysterious archaeologist Robin, cyborg shipwright Frankie, and Brook, a musical skeleton. Having entered the Grand Line, Luffy and crew get a new ship, the Thousand Sunny, to replace the Merry Go. They head for Fishman Island, but they soon find themselves encountering a number of strange and formidable characters on Sabaody Archipelago, including the Celestial Dragons, Admiral Kizaru, and Kuma, who uses a mysterious power to scatter the crew far and wide. Luffy ends up on Amazon Lily, an island of women forbidden to men, which is ruled by Boa Hancock, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. There, he is nearly put to death when he discovers Hancock's secret. But Luffy wins her over, and Empress and Pirate decide to set forth together to rescue Luffy's brother Ace, who is to be executed in 6 days. But can they make it in time? And will the crew ever be reunited? As Kohagen says, we got 10 chapters to go through today. Chapters 523 all the way down to 532. And one thing to chime in about yesterday's volume is the fact that Amazon Lily as an arc took place in one singular volume. Like, all the major events of Amazon Lily took place within one singular volume, with the last few chapters. Moving over towards Impel Down. Chapter 523, Hell. CP9's Independent Report, Volume 29. Transponder snail for Spandam in the intensive care unit. Yeah. Spandam is broken all over. He's broken all over. His face is literally strapped down all over the bed. His body contorted in different places because of Robin basically breaking him off a major piece. He's even got like an ice bag on his head, but it's also like a water bag with a fish swimming in it. But he's broken all over. Justice. This is absolute justice. But someone's apparently calling him on Addendum Mushi. Then it cuts back to Hancock, who said that she wants to help Luffy.
What's come over me? I can't help doing whatever Luffy asks. I agreed to go to the Central Zone without even thinking it over, but I don't mind. That's love! The pain you feel when you're separated will weaken it.
Oh wait, that's Granny Nyon going.
That's love! The pain you feel when you're separated will weaken and eventually kill you. The previous empresses ruined themselves by suppressing those feelings. By choosing to go with that man, you've saved your own life. If you go to the government to defend your title as one of the 7 warlords of the sea, you will be defending this nation, as well as helping Monkey D. Luffy. I don't know what sort of star he was born under, but normally the only way a pirate ever visits Impel Down is by getting captured.
The port of Amazon Lily.
Luffy! Didn't you say you were going tomorrow morning?
And we see all the women from Amazon Lily, including Aphalandra, because, she's the tallest woman there. And then it cuts to some other women talking to each other.
I heard his destination has changed. He's going with the Snake Princess on the government ship. But I haven't even touched you yet,
Goes, as some women are still crying out. All right. Thanks for everything. I'll bring my crew with me next time. Oh, is that okay?
For your friends, I think we can make an exception. Oh, Chapter, she's here. What's this?
And then we cut to a kitten, and we cut to a seal that's just out in the streets.
Who put a puppy and a baby seal in my path?
Oh, so it wasn't a cat. It was a puppy and a seal in Hancock's path, and she kicks the both of them.
A puppy and a baby seal in my path.
It's the Snake Princess!
I'm sorry. It was my fault.
And both the seal and dog don't like Hancock.
Be careful next time.
For some reason, she's even more beautiful than usual. Her charm knows no bounds.
Thanks for doing this on such short notice, Snake Lady. I want to get there as soon as possible. And then it cuts to Hancock, who's just blushing, and she can't even look Luffy in the eye.
I can't bear to look him in the eye.
Don't call her Snake Princess, Luffy. That's rude. You have to call her Snake Princess.
Huh?
Please, just call me Hancock.
Hooray!
Okay, Hammock.
That's Hancock. The Snake Princess smiled. How many carrots is that shine? How many carrots?
Because she says, please just call me Hancock. And she says that, and she's blushing, and she still can't look Luffy in the eye. Oh, she is love-struck. Anytime Spandam suffers, it puts a big smile on my face. It really does. It's what you call cathartic, therapeutic. It gives you a relaxing feeling of dopamine in your body. Seeing him hurt in literally any way.
The Snake Princess smiled. How many carrots is that shine? How many carrots? Oh, a woman in love. There was a time when I was like that.
Goes Gloriosa.
Huh? Grandma Nyon, your face just turned real creepy.
Quiet, you! Goodbye, Snake Princess. Come see us again, Luffy. Luffy! See you!
And it cuts to some women doing the same face with like sticking chopsticks up their nose and pushing their lips down, of which I think Kikyo is all like, stop that! And then Luffy's just laughing as they sail off. And then we see Sweet Pea and Margaret waving, literally everyone waving as Hancock travels over to the government ship with Vice Admiral Momonga on there.
The conditions are exactly as I described over the transponder snail.
Then only you and that snake are coming aboard, eh? As for stopping by the great prison Impel down, it's been approved. Under normal circumstances, no pirate is ever allowed near it. Not even one of the 7 warlords. This time is an exception, but we won't be able to stay for long. Now come aboard! And Momonga is just casually eating some meat that's on like a knife. It's not even on like a regular thing. He's just got it stabbed on a knife and he's just casually eating it. It was worth the wait. Now I can finally complete my mission. But first, can you do something about my petrified crew? Or are they dead?
Sister, please be careful. Please come back alive,
goes Sander, Sonia, and Marigold.
Good luck, Snake Princess! You take care too, Luffy.
And they're whispering this.
I must be going now. I entrust the kingdom to you while I'm away.
You can count on us,
goes Sander, Sonia, and pretty much the rest of the Kuja.
Awaken.
And then Hancock just blows a kiss towards the people who are petrified, and they go back. And they go back to their normal state. And since they've been gone, they've been turned to stone for so long, they just fall forward.
Hancock!
And then she just moves past all of them. And they all just fall forward in front of Momonga.
Huh?
Huh? Get underway, you fools! Aye, aye, sir! And so, Luffy secured the help of Boa Hancock, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and sneaks aboard a Navy battleship. He and Hancock are soon en route to the great underwater prison Impel Down, because it shows that Luffy is just holding on to Hancock this whole time. He's just gripped around her underneath her big giant cape. He's just holding on to her. Marine Headquarters, the Grand Line. Fleet Admiral Sengoku! We've received a report from Vice Admiral Momonga. The Empress Boa Hancock has finally relented. She's on her way here now. At last. I hope she makes it in time. She's a very strong woman. Now we have 6 of the 7 warlords. Has the one in prison calmed down yet? No, he's still very much opposed to this war. He says he doesn't care if you strip the title of warlord from him. At first I thought he'd be the most cooperative, but I never imagined he'd cause such a ruckus here. Jinbei. Admiral Sengoku! I have a report regarding the Samaori Archipelago! The 500 pirates that Kizaru captured to vent his rage can't be put in Impel down until their paperwork is completed. Then throw them in a labor camp. Don't bring me any problems that don't pertain to Whitebeard right now. And the world noble Lord Roswald? Let the admirals deal with him. Where's Garp? He's gone to Impel down. Why? This is an urgent situation. He just does whatever he wants. Fleet Admiral, we have an emergency! Whitebeard's on the move! Finally. Have the surveillance ships reported? Connect me with them. I want to hear from them directly. All 23 ships assigned to watch Whitebeard's flagship, the Moby Dick, has suddenly severed all contact with us. What? There's been some suspicious activity among the pirates of the New World as well. We don't know when they will strike or how large a force. We've been unable to obtain any information. We've lost them completely. I'll assemble a fleet of, I'll assemble a new fleet of surveillance ships. Well, it's like assemble a new fleet, but it's obscured by Sengoku being upset. First time Jinbei's name has been mentioned since Luffy left the Baratier. Yeah, it's been that much of a gap ever since Jinbei's name has been named. But Sengoku is so angry that it actually starts to obscure the speech bubble here that I'm trying to read over. They got us! He's already made his move. We don't know when he'll strike, but as long as we have Ace in custody, tell everyone to be ready for a possible attack on Impel Down. Yes, sir! Then the great prison, Impel Down. Right this way. Please be careful, Vice Admiral Garp. Well, look at you. As it shows Ace in chains, and he's, bloodied all over, but he's in chains. They done took this man's boots off, but he's in chains. He's just covered in chains. Like he's chained up to the wall, and he has, chains around his feet as well. Are you still alive, Ace? And then Ace looks up, and he says with haggard breath, Old man. Not long ago, and we see another paw print that has landed in a new location, on a certain island stamped with a giant paw print. Hey, young lady, where did you come from?
Be quiet already. What do you want?
Have you calmed down? You're not going to get violent again, are you? Look here, these are very tightly tied wind knots. Untie one, and a breeze blows. Untie a second, and a gust blows. Untie all 3, and a gale blows. And every single time he unties one of these knots, the winds get even harsher and harsher until it shows Nami being swept off to the side from the force of it. And then Nami just beats the dude up again.
Ah! What did you do that for?
I thought it would cheer you up.
Yeah, I feel a lot better now.
Where am I? How did I get here?
This is a small sky island called Weatheria. We study the science of weather here.
Sky Island?
And it really is just like a mini section of a sky island where it's just floating in the air by itself. Much smaller than the entirety of Skypiea, but still sizable that, many people can live here. Winter Island, the Grand Line.
Ugh!
And we see, this dog that's shooting a blast out of its mouth.
Wait! Taro Imo, stop!
And there's an explosion, and it cuts to this dude in, on this winter island. And it's Frankie who's here now.
Sorry, mister.
Sorry, mister. Are you okay? He mistook you for prey.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Fine? How's that possible?
But this is bad. What is this place? It's so cold. Is this a snow country? Oh, Frankie!
My goodness, you're in the snow in your underwear. Were you robbed by bandits?
Here, wear this loincloth.
Loincloth? I don't want your loincloth. To wear that would tarnish my reputation as a freak. Yeah! Follow me! Throw your booty to the right. Put your hand on your hips. Hold your left hand up. Slide left. Repeat. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, left, right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 1.
I know the song.
Spin your arms. Super! Ah, it's cold. Where am I?
Huh?
This is Mechanical Island. It was created by a genius, Futureland Baltimore.
What's that?
Then we cut to another place on the Grand Line. The Grand Line, Peachy Island, Island of Dreams. This is the famous second island of women. All the plants and animals here are pink, and the people on this island all have the hearts of maidens. As we see people running across the shore. Yeah, we see people running across the shoreline, and it looks like women.
Dear Nami and Robin.
Oh, wait for me. Come on, don't run.
Are you crazy? I'm not stopping! How are things with you?
And this is Sanji.
You too, aren't you?
Stop following me, I told you I'm not!
Welcome to the Kamabaka Queendom!
Right now, I'm in hell.
As it shows Sanji running for his life from a bunch of Okamas. Like, seriously running for his life. This is the worst possible place that Sanji could be. That's the end of 523. Onwards to 524. But first, an SBS. Reader, I don't know who you are, but there's something I have to tell you. Gah! The question corner is starting. Drops dead. Signed, Horsemeat Man. Oda. Hey, Horsemeat. Hey, Horsemeat Man. Horsemeat Man, get a hold of yourself. You told me you give this engagement ring to her. Horsemeat Man, shut up. Okay, the question corner is starting now. Question. I want to see Killer Unmasked. Sign, Choco. Answer. Yeah, me too. Question. Hello, Mr. Oda. In Volume 53, Chapter 518, Luffy was unaffected by Boa Hancock's Love Love Mellow, but he did react to Nami's Happiness Punch in Chapter 213 of Volume 23. Why was Nami's body effective against him, but not the Snake Princess's? Is Nami that much better? Sign, Kazu. Answering the very important questions here. Answer. I get this question a lot. I'm surprised how many of you guys noticed it. Maybe you should stop reading manga and study harder for school. But then I'm the one drawing this stuff. Anyway, I noticed this when I was drawing it, but I thought everyone would be confused if Luffy got a nosebleed when he saw Hancock's form. As for Luffy's reacting to Nami, I think it happened twice. Once in Volume 18, and again in Volume 23. And Usopp was present both times, so he's the culprit here. In other words, Luffy reacted to Hancock as he normally would when he's alone. But Usopp's the same age as Luffy, so when he's around, Luffy behaves like a schoolboy on a field trip. So you see, there's no contradiction here. The problem is Usopp! And that's the end of the SBS. Chapter 524, Unstoppable. CP9 Independent Report, Volume 30. This is your former subordinate, Rob Lucci. As it turns out that's the person who's calling Spandam right now, as it shows Jabra behind Lucci, fighting off the Navy that apparently is there to apprehend him. And Spandam is sweating bullets. Blossoming like a flower in the middle of the ocean. This island is Bowen Island, another island in the Grand Line.
Ah! Help!
Take this!
Ah!
You gonna eat that one?
Are you serious? But thanks, mister. You saved my life.
As it cuts to Usopp. My name is Heracleson.
That's a great name.
Aurelian.
I'm Usopp. Nice to meet you. Is this edible? I've never seen a fruit like this before.
It's all right, Usoppin. My name is Heracleson.
Yeah, I get it. That's a great name. Maybe I should give it a try.
And it cuts to a creature. You here early? Yes, I said it because I'm here early because I got done editing my reaction to the return of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, which dropped earlier this morning. So I decided, you know what? Might as well just start a little bit earlier because I got everything done that I needed to get done. So yeah, let's go ahead and take care of today's reading of One Piece. I'm so happy because I'm also going to be resting a little bit because a lot of my days have been dedicated to Final Fantasy 16. So I am grateful to have a little bit of a rest period. Also, to everyone, I don't know if you saw on the community post, but this channel has reached 1 million views. I got the notification on my dashboard. Earlier, it said I got it 3 days ago. So YouTube counted it as me getting 1 million views on my channel, but that's already a massive milestone. So thank you. Thank you for helping this channel get to, like, my channel's been viewed 1 million times. That's significant. 1,000 is one thing. 10,000 is another. 100,000 is something else. But 1 million? 1 million? That's awesome. It's all right, Usoppin. My name is Heracleson.
Yeah, I get it. That's a great name.
And then it cuts to this, what it looks like a lamprey, sneaking up right behind Usopp.
Maybe I should give it a try.
Usoppin! And then it cuts to something getting thrown at this creature and wrapping around it rapidly.
Huh? Hey, what's that? Did that thing just try to eat me?
Of course, that's a man-eating plankton.
Man-eating?
This is Glinston, the Forest of Bandits. You'd better stay alert if you don't want to lose your valuables or your life.
Hey, what did you just do?
Congratulations on your 1 million views. It will only go up from here on out. Ozzy, I am just completely and totally grateful. I'm just grateful to be in the position that I was in. My mom was kind of in tears this morning because I told her, and she was just like, I'm so happy for you. My dad's happy for me. Gave me like our celebratory fist bumps and everything, which is a tradition that me and my dad do whenever we see each other. We always give each other fist bumps, and we do that every time. But it's just a great feeling knowing that my channel has progressed to the point where people have viewed it 1 million times. I'm grateful. I'm just completely grateful. Lazy Bones Island, the Grand Line. Hungaria, the impoverished nation. It's the demon. Our black magic actually worked. We summoned it. What a terrifying sight.
It's clearly not of this world.
Now our dream will finally come true. We will have our revenge at last. Now we'll get even with the long-armed tribe that took everything from us. Lord of the demons, if you will grant our wish, you may have our immortal souls.
We have nothing left. Punish our enemies with your blood-stained hammer of justice.
And it cuts to this location, as this is the location that Brook ended up on Lazy Bones Island. How far was I thrown? I have to get back to the others. Are you returning to Hell, Demon Lord?
Is our offering inadequate? Do you want to sacrifice blood?
And then Brooke is looking at a woman who's in this cult group, apparently. Excuse me, may I see your panties?
Panties?
Hurry up and show him your panties!
Watery eyes. I'm just completely grateful. See it as I really am. Another location. Tequila Wolf. Bridgetop Nation. East Blue. This is a nation of laborers. As it cuts to Robin. And it cuts to slaves who are being forced to work. Heave!
These people.
This is a nation of laborers. Oh, wait. This is a nation of laborers. These people are criminals from all over the world, and citizens of nations that refuse to join the world government.
Yeah! You're worthless swine!
In short, they are slaves.
What are you building?
A bridge that will connect the islands. It is still far from completion. People collapse all the time, but new workers are always streaming in. This project started 700 years ago. My thing is, this bridge was started way back. almost the same time that... That's crazy. This bridge was started 700 years ago. The whole Void Century situation was started all the way back 800 years ago. So I wonder who came up with this idea to build this bridge.
700 years? But what's it for?
That's no concern of yours. I don't know who you are or where you came from. But now that you're here, your work.
As it cuts to Robin, handcuffed by this dude here on Tequila Wolf. So this is the location that she ended up in. South Blue. And it cuts to Chopper, who's laying in the paw print that he landed in a big old nest of gigantic birds.
A monstrous bird! I gotta run, but I can't move!
And it cuts to Chopper, who starts rolling his body away, because that's all he can do as the birds try to peck at him, and he winds up falling out of the tree. And it's a very big, massive tree.
Help!
And then it cuts to a tribal person, an indigenous tribal individual going up like, "This raccoon fell out of the nest. Great, let's make stew."
Stop! I'm a reindeer!
"Then we'll make reindeer stew." "Wait, did he just speak?" "Some refer to this place as a treasure island. Here in Birdie Kingdom, birds rule over people." Gloom Island, the Grand Line. "I know I said that if I were to go on a trip." Oh wait, someone's going,
I know I said that if I were to go on a trip.
Ruins of the Muggy Kingdom.
I'd want to go to a gloomy old castle full of grudges, where I'd sing a curse and soak up the atmosphere. But I never said anything about not having servants! I never said anything about not getting a bagel and hot cocoa when I wake up in the morning! I never said anything about not having any cute stuffed animals!
And it cuts to Perona, who is on this island.
Where is this place? Master Moria, I want to go back to Thriller Park!
And then something lands in the distance away from Perona.
Ah, I knew it! Someone else landed over there!
And it's another individual who lands in a paw print.
Hey! He's one of the Straw Hats!
And Zorro lands in the same location as Perona.
He was almost killed fighting Kuma! Serves you right! Hoda, 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 hoda.
And then time passes, and then it's daylight. And then Zorro's wrapped up in bandages. Duh. I'm alive. Where am I? If you were to take a trip, where would you like to go? And then Zorro gets angry and gets up and he starts screaming. Ah!
Ah!
Huh? What are you doing here?
What's wrong with you? Why'd you scream all of a sudden?
Where are my swords?
I'm not giving you any weapons!
Back in the present, Luffy is trying to rescue his brother Ace, and he's on his way to the great prison Impel Down. I love the narrator for One Piece in the English dub. I like him. I forget what his name is, because I never looked it up, I'm gonna be honest. But I like it when he narrates stuff, so I might start narrating things like him. And he's on his way to the great prison Impel Down. And then it cuts to a Navy soldier whose leg is bleeding. Don't forget, you worthless fool. Each of my meals must weigh 100 kilograms, and any less and I won't be satisfied in the least. Do you want to be turned to stone again? I'm sorry. I'll be more careful next time. Then it cuts to multiple people who tried to peep into the room with Hancock, and they got turned to stone.
What happened to them?
That's a warning to the rest of us. Anyone who goes near Hancock's room and tries to peep will end up like that. Scary. And inside the room, Hancock is just feeding Luffy food.
Here, Luffy, eat up.
I like it when you feed it to me. It makes it taste even better. You're so sweet. And Luffy is literally breaking the fourth wall in this panel, just giving thumbs up like, this is nice. Bet you wish you was in this position. It was like this. Good food. Bet you wish you were me. Some dudes do. One day I'll have that moment happen for me. One day. But one step at a time.
If only he said that.
What are you doing there in the corner? Aren't you gonna eat? This Neptunian ham is good.
It's all right. My heart is already full.
As it cuts to her snake eating some meat, but she's over in the corner by herself.
Ah, I'm stuffed. That was really good. Luffy, don't forget that you're a stowaway.
And then someone's knocking on the door.
Hancock, is somebody in there with you?
Did you really hear that, Lieutenant Stalker? I definitely heard. I'm stuffed. Would the Empress say something like that?
Impossible. If that was her, I'll give myself a mohawk.
And it cuts to, it says, impossible. If that was her, I'll give myself a mohawk. And then some other dudes are laughing. And then Hancock bursts out of the room. And she goes,
I'm stuffed.
And the dudes are so shocked that they give themselves mohawks from the sheer surprise of hearing Hancock actually saying it.
She said it!
And their hair goes up on their end, and they lose hair on the sides, and they get mohawks instantly.
That was an excellent feast. Now clear away the plates. I'll be eating this much 5 times. I'll be eating this much 5 times a day. Don't forget.
That much? What about us?
You can all starve to death.
She's horrible, but so beautiful. Only 6 days until Polka's the Ace's execution. As it cuts to Luffy, who's holding on to a piece of Ace's Viva card that is also still burning. It's getting smaller and smaller. Having heard that Whitebeard had destroyed all of the surveillance ships, Navy headquarters was in a state of high alert. A horde of Navy men poured into the city of Marineford. All the forces of justice were beginning to gather at Navy headquarters. As it cuts to Captain Hina and then Smoker along with Tashigi, we see a big giant of a man while everyone is saluting him walk by. Then we get Aokiji and we get not Aokiji. Kuzan. His name is Kuzan and he's also Aokiji. We get Aokiji and Kizaru, and then we get Sengoku. Meanwhile, at the sacred land of Marijua. And then people are eating. Apparently people are gulping. And there's people eating. Oh! The 7 warlords of the sea were informed of the order of battle. As it shows Doflamingo, Blackbeard, Gecko Moria with a big old bandage over his head, Earned, Kuma, and Mihawk, who's just chilling. If only y'all knew. Just chilling at the table. All these people chilling at this table, and only one of them is monstrously strong beyond compare. The 7 warlords of the sea were informed of the order of battle. They are all fiercely unruly rogues, and one thing they all understood is that there is no way they could ever fight alongside one another. As it cuts to Blackbeard just chilling and eating, and mind you, Blackbeard is a really big dude. Let's not forget that. He's just like massively big. Then we cut back to Garp talking to Ace.
Kill you? Don't be rash, you fool. There's nothing you can do now. Whitebeard won't stop if you die. Nothing can prevent this war now. We've angered the king of the sea.
And that's the end of chapter 524, onwards to 525. But first, an SBS. Question! Hello, I'm an avid reader of One Piece. Here's my question. I reread the whole series from Volume 1. Hey, that's what I'm doing. And I noticed that Luffy almost never has any sort of internal dialogue. Why is that? That's a nice thought, because Luffy never has, like, inner thoughts on his own, does he? He never thinks to himself. Luffy never thinks to himself. He says everything out loud. Wait a minute. He never thinks to himself. Everyone else has like this internal dialogue all the time, but Luffy never has that. And I noticed that Luffy almost never has any sort of internal dialogue. Why is that? Sign, Aqua Ribbon. Answer. And you didn't see this? And you didn't see this until Volume 54? It's my policy to depict things in a certain way. It's just one of those things I decided to do from the beginning. In Luffy's case, he's thinking to himself. He's thinking to himself in these little images that Oda... No, he doesn't? That's crazy. Right! To think to himself would mean Luffy must be able to think. Kohagen, you're right. I made a conscious effort not to do anything like this. I want the readers to see Luffy as a man of action, so he always thinks out loud or does something, or just does something. During the Sky Island arc, I used internal dialogue with Mont Blanc Cricket, but that hardly counted. Luffy will always act before he thinks. Luffy never has internal dialogues because he's a man of action over words or thought. Like he'll remember stuff, but he never has like an internal dialogue. Because I feel like his internal dialogue would take too long, and then his body wouldn't be able to move on his own like Midoriya's. Mr. Oda, I can't close my zipper. Oh wait, forget I said that. Anyway, here's my question: is Wanze one of the 4 emperors? All my friends think that's the case. You need bigger, better friends. Sign, Slacking Pirates. Answer, how's your zipper? I'm really worried now. Question, I have a question. On page 183 in chapter 521, Marigold is so thin, and she looks really pretty too. What happened to her? Please tell me. Signed, Chopper Lover. Answer, she didn't get fat. It's all muscle. She gained weight to get stronger. That's why she worked out and got all those muscles. She had to eat a lot too. And that's the end of FCBS. Chapter 525, The Underwater Prison, Impel Down. CP9 Independent Report, Volume 31. We will return one day. As it shows CP9 having easily beat all the Navy soldiers that were trying to take them down, with Bluno holding the head of the captain with the berry fruit power. Then we cut to Garp, who goes, I wanted you and Luffy to become great Navy men, but instead you became scalawags. Oh yes, I spoke to Luffy about his father. He was surprised to learn he even had one. Neither I nor Luffy care about that. In fact, we'd rather not talk about it. The fact that we both have world-class criminal blood flowing through our veins. There's no way we could ever have been accepted into the Navy. But I owe the name Portcullis a great debt. I got it from my mother. I'd rather forget about my good-for-nothing father. I don't owe him anything. I don't even remember him. That may be, but he has his own reasons for. Give it up, Gramps. And then someone speaking to Ace in his past. It would be a waste if you died now, Sonny. Under my name, go and wreak havoc on these seas. Be my son. As apparently Whitebeard is holding his hand out to Ace. Whitebeard is my only father. And Garp just looks at him. And then we get someone on some binoculars going, Vice Admiral Momonga! Pirate ship at 10 o'clock! Whose flag is it flying? That ensign looks familiar. I'll look it up right away. The fact that they don't instantly recognize this flag, and they have to go look it up, like, it looks familiar, but I don't instantly recognize it. If you have to look it up, then they're bit players. Literally what I was thinking! Leave them be. We don't have time for them right now. Yes, sir! And the flag in question is one of the buggy pirates. This is Momonga, Navy Code G1, 00660. Also, hey Psycho, good to see you. The battleship transporting Luffy and Hancock. Open the gates. We'll ride the current in. Prepares to ride the top current that connects the government's 3 central facilities. And then it cuts to Buggy and his crew going,
We've got to rescue!
Whoa, look at that huge Neptunian!
Hope it doesn't see us.
We can't do anything more, Lady Alvida!
Don't expect me to do it for you, fools. You're the ones who wanted to come here, even though this eternal pose cost a fortune.
But we have to rescue Captain Buggy from Impel Down!
Look at the ocean. That's the calm belt up ahead, and it's a nest of sea monsters. Do you think this ship can survive the passage? The only other route there is controlled by the Navy, and there's no way the gates of justice will open for a pirate ship.
What? You mean we can't even get there?
And it cuts to Moji and Kabaji.
But Captain Buggy is going to be executed.
But Captain Buggy's gonna be executed!
And so is our friend Ace.
And then Richie the lion can only think of like a bowl of rice.
Impel Down is impregnable and escape-proof. It's the world's most secure prison. Face it, Buggy the Clown's luck has run out.
Never!
Captain Buggy wouldn't!
Captain Buggy can't die there!
That's right. He has to find Captain John's long-lost treasure island. Until that day, we can't abandon him. And then Richie is down there on his knees with everyone else, and he's only thinking of food. Then you're on your own. I'm taking this ship, Big Top. You can go on from here in a dinghy.
What? But this is Captain Buggy's ship!
Well, Buggy isn't here now, is he? Oh, yeah. I'm not sailing into certain death, and I won't let you throw away this ship either. If you want to save Buggy, you can do it in a lifeboat. But you'll all be dead before you ever even see Impel Down. You never noticed them calling Ace their friend? Like the revelry that they were enjoying. They're saying that because they were enjoying all their time with him, and Buggy really couldn't do anything against Ace other than be hospitable to him, simply because Ace was connected to Whitebeard. And, well, Buggy knows how strong Whitebeard is. But you'll all be dead before you ever even see Impel Down. Goodbye, Captain Buggy! Best of luck!
We'll never forget all you did for us!
Have a painless execution! Goodbye! May we meet again in the next life! And Richie is still just thinking about food.
Impel Down, the world's most secure underwater prison.
As it shows Impel Down in the water, and it goes down multiple levels into the sea. Just like a... Kind of reminds me of that prison that Waller had for Black Adam and pretty much any other metahuman. I think it was underneath Bel Rev, I think, during the movie. It's just like that, just like a straight up underwater prison. That's an effective way to keep people from trying to escape. It's one thing to be able to run to a location and run away from imprisonment. It's another thing to get out of imprisonment, and then you have to work even harder by swimming to the surface. So there's underwater prison that's twice as dangerous as a regular one. But then it cuts to prisoners. Some of them have shoes, some of them don't have shoes, and some of them have shoes, but they're becoming to the point where they won't have shoes for very long. And there's torture going on, people being whipped, people having their tongues pull out, and it cuts to various instruments of inhumane torture.
Just kill me!
Hey, newbie.
What do you think you're doing? Coming in here and not paying respects to the boss. You're just gonna sit there and eat your bread?
Well, we have a rule here. All the new guys gotta get their bread to the boss!
And then as this is going on, prisoners start fighting each other for food. And as that's going on, something massive looms in and walks into the cell with these prisoners, holds up a big old club, and then bashes the dude right over the head. And then all you see is just the bloodied club. And it's all in shadow, mind you. A bloody club as these, not one, but these two individuals are being dragged. And there's just like a pool of blood that's coming from them being dragged after being bashed over the head.
Hey!
And then all the people inside get locked in.
Hey! Wait! It was just a fight! We're not on death row! Let us out of here!
And then it cuts to a large individual inside the cell, and there's sprays of blood that fly through the bars, as apparently the fighting continues, as this big creature just walks down the stairs. And then we cut to numerous places where there's pits of spikes, where numerous people have apparently died, because there's numerous skeletons down there. A big old giant bowling pot, some weird creature that has like sharp teeth, some axes that are being thrown at ropes as the torture continues inside this maximum security prison.
4 days have passed since they sailed from the maiden island, Amazon Lily.
Vice Admiral Momonga! Impel Down, ho! As they make their way through some gates of justice.
We're late. We were up against headwinds all the way here.
This is bad. Let's hurry. Call Hancock.
Aye, aye, sir! And then Luffy is silently looking through some curtains, seeing Impel Down from the outside. Lady Hancock, we've arrived! What's all that? I'll be right there! What did you expect? This is the most dangerous place in the world.
There are more battleships here than in a Buster Call. Ace is in there? I'm surprised that Luffy remembered what a Buster Call even was. That's surprising to me. Ace is in there?
He's probably deep underwater. Luffy, get under my cape.
Main entrance, Impel Down Prison, the Calm Belt. And it shows Impel Down from the outside, and it's just completely surrounded across its entire perimeter with nothing but battleships except for the entrance where ships can dock. And then the flag of Impel Down is shown. Ahoy, Vice Admiral Momonga!
Oh, just look at her. That's the Pirate Empress. She's like a goddess.
Her beauty is breathtaking.
How many volts is her beauty? How many million volts?
1 million volt volts. That's how many.
They're offending my ears. Can I turn them to stone?
Please don't, goes Momonga. He's all like, please, we need them to get home. Please, they might ride home. Don't do nothing to them. I don't know how to drive a ship. Please don't. Please don't. Your one condition was that you wish to see Port Custody Ace, correct? As I told you before, though you're one of the 7 warlords of the sea, pirates are not normally allowed anywhere near the prison, so you'll have to be searched, and while you're inside, you must wear sea prism cuffs. We can't allow you to do anything that might help an inmate to escape.
Luffy, they're going to frisk me.
As Hancock whispers to Luffy inside of her robe, I'll think of something. Keep going.
All right.
And then we cut to a voice going,
Buggy the Clown has escaped from his cell, and he has devil fruit powers.
Underwarden, Vice Admiral Momonga and Hancock, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, are here.
I'll be right there.
And then Hancock gets closer and closer to the door of Impel Down.
Yowza! Open the gates! Open them wide, you swabs! Hurry up!
33 hours until Ace's execution.
Let's go, Luffy.
As Hancock prepares to enter Impel Down. That's the end of chapter 525. Onwards to 526. Adventure in the Great Prison. Impel Down Prison, the Calm Belt.
Take care! Lady Hancock, take care!
Shut up.
Don't say that! Take care!
What an oppressive atmosphere. It's like a taste of the underworld. And then Luffy is still holding on to Hancock while he's, hidden by the robe. And the big cape that she has perfectly obscures his body shape so that they can't even tell.
Welcome to my Impel Down!
Hanya Bell, Underwarden of Impel Down. And it's this one dude with a very, very peculiar body structure with a very sweepy brow, a pharaoh's headdress, and a trident in his hands.
Oh, excuse me. I said my by mistake. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Hanya Bell, the Underwarden. For now. Nice to meet you.
I am Momonga.
I understand the circumstances. Is that the Empress Hancock? My Empress Hancock. Oh, I'm sorry. My Empress Hancock. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
He's literally calling everything his. It's like Stingy from Lazy Town.
That idiot warden Chief Magellan is in his, or Magellan.
The English dub calls it Magellan, while the sub calls it pronounces it Magellan. But I'll just go Magellan because of the dub.
That idiot warden Chief Magellan is in his office on level 4. We'll take you to him. Vice Admiral Jailer Domino and I will escort you there.
Come with me. We'd better hurry. Excuse me, Vice Admiral, but you'll have to go into that room and be searched.
When prisoners arrive here, they are taken into the area on the other side of that fence.
Oh wait, this is still Domino.
When prisoners arrive here, they're taken into the area on the other side of that fence.
Reminds me of how you escort the Joker into the beginning of Batman Arkham Asylum. I'm getting massive vibes from that.
Their clothes are removed and the prisoners are thrown into a bubbling cauldron called the Underworld's lukewarm bath. It's rather like a baptism ritual, and it sterilizes them as well. Of course, there are many different classes of criminals. Some recent arrivals include Fire Fist Ace, Jinbei, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and the former warlord Crocodile. They've just There are just a few who've undergone our baptism ritual without batting an eyelid. Most admirable. Guests are searched in a private room. There's nothing to fear.
As she leads Hancock to a separate room.
Please remove your cape. All sorts of things can be hidden under capes. We'll have to leave it here. It's not that we suspect you of anything, but in order to ensure the security of this facility, we'll have surveillance transponder snails placed throughout Impel Down. They transmit continuous video to our security monitors. Now please, put on these sea prism cuffs.
And then Luffy's heart starts beating because it's getting closer and closer to him potentially being found out.
Huh? Please, be gentle.
As Hancock proceeds to turn Domino and the transponder snail to stone. Whew! That was close! I was gonna try and sneak out super fast!
This is as far as I can take you, Luffy. From here on, my powers will be disabled and I'll have no cape to hide you with. I wanted to help you more, but...
Don't worry about it. If it hadn't been for you, I never would have made it this far. You got me into this place surrounded by battleships. I can take it from here.
But this fortress was designed to be escape-proof, Luffy. Whatever you do, don't cause a ruckus. If you're captured, you'll never leave here alive. You're very strong, but promise me you won't go on a rampage.
All right, I promise. Thanks for everything, Hancock. I'll never forget what you did, and someday I'm gonna pay you back.
Did he just call me Hancock?
Hey, Hammock!
My life is complete.
Okay, you can turn them back. I'll do the rest myself.
So this is what requited love feels like?
And Hancock can barely stand because Luffy got her name right. This woman is weak at the knees when this man speaks. His voice carries riz. Just his mere voice carries riz that can sway the most beautiful woman in the world. Seriously.
So this is what requited love feels like?
Underwarden, Hannibal, we've lost the video feed from the inspection room. Is something wrong? What's Domino doing? Domino, is there a problem?
And then the door opens, and then it cuts to Domino, who walks out with Hancock. Mind you, remember, the effects of the love fruit. Yeah, the effects of the love fruit makes it so that if you're turned into stone, you don't remember of the events that transpire while you're turned into stone. As far as you know, the only thing you remember is the moment before you get turned to stone, and then when you come back, it's like nothing really happened to you at all. You may be confused, but you just continue on as is, which is very advantageous when you're trying to sneak around a place.
Domino, is there a problem?
I'm sorry, did we take too long? The inspection is complete. That's odd. I feel like there's a gap in my memory.
It's all right. It's all right. The image has returned.
All right, then.
This is intolerable. I'm not a prisoner here. Do you realize who I am?
Forgive me, but we're required to follow the rules.
Take me to him.
Of course. The main elevator is right this way.
As Luffy swings through the room, swings through the opening of the room, and bounces around so he can remain out of sight. And then they get to a big old elevator.
This elevator will take us down to B4, to the Crimson Floor, where Warden Magellan is. Be warned, it's very hot down there. As we pass through levels 1, 2, and 3, you will hear the screams of the prisoners. Please enjoy the symphony of their anguished cries.
The casual way he just says, please enjoy the sound of these people screaming for their lives. Just so casually. He enjoys his job, doesn't he?
Luffy.
As Luffy is hanging upside down, looking at Hannibal and Hancock go down the elevator.
Good luck.
And then Luffy is just giving a thumbs up to Hancock going, thank you. And then Hancock's eyes open wide as she goes,
he said I love you.
And then she swoons and falls onto Momonga. She swoons and she almost faints, actually, because it shows Momonga crouching down holding her.
Hancock, what's wrong?
Where to now?
Get a hold of yourself. Are you all right?
He said that elevator goes down to the cells, and Hancock said Ace is underground. I know, the Viver card. And then Luffy, still hanging upside down, messes with his hat to get the Viver card. Then we cut to a big old Neptunian that's swimming underwater, and it roars as its body is sliced apart in many pieces by these things that are holding giant axes and have these skull hoods on them. They just slice straight through this Neptunian and start to bring its meat into the prison itself. The Blue Gory jailers have returned. Food collection complete. Open the hatch. And then these things pop in. Holding these axes. Good work. Then we cut to the... Well, it's not really a Denden Mushi going off. It's just like... Monitor room. I found him. The missing pirate Buggy the Clown from level 1, group cell number 4. He's in the corridor near solitary cell number 22.
Capture him! Rats! They found me! Why you? Lousy snail?
We've lost surveillance transponder snail number 71. You hear that? It's Buggy. That's what he gets for trying to escape without us. Serves him right.
They'll torture him for sure. Ah! The Blue Gordy! Yeah, get him!
As the Blue Gordy are apparently trying to go after Buggy wherever he is. Then it cuts to Luffy. The Viver card is trying to go down. Another dead end. But I should be below sea level by now. It's prisoner number 8200. He has devil fruit powers, so don't forget the sea prism. He won't get away! And then it cuts to people coming down the stairs, and Luffy jumps out of the way so that they don't see him as they enter into a door. And when they enter in, Luffy hops in right behind him. All right, I got in. Let's split up and come at him from both sides. Hurry! Crimson floor, level 1. Impel down, B1. Wow, this place is huge! As we see those same guards making their way through these areas, searching for someone. Screams? I'm gonna do the screams of the people being tortured in prison. Just picture people in pain, over and over and over again. That's the symphony that Hannibal was talking about. Screams? Oh well, I gotta keep moving. Hey brother, how did you get out there? Out here? I came from the outside. Bye.
Wait, don't lie, you rat. Who are you? You're not a god. Why aren't you behind bars?
Hey, do you guys know where Ace is?
Ace? Ace? You mean Fire Fist Ace?
Yeah, I'm here to rescue him.
That's crazy talk. I heard he got thrown in here, but they're probably keeping him on level 5. You'll never get to him there. It's impossible. The bounties on that floor are all over 100 million.
Hey, brother, would you go to the guard's room and steal the key for me?
Yeah, please, brother.
What's level 5?
What are the chances of us meeting in this great big world? You must have been sent here by destiny.
And then someone is screaming. What's that? And someone's running away. Running away from the Blue Gories. Those things are chasing that guy.
The Blue Gordy!
Blue Gory?
Hey, brother, run! You'll get killed!
And it cuts to one of the Blue Gories getting a hold of this individual and then bringing their axe down and splitting this person right down the middle. And who is this person who gets split down the middle and is still running after being cut? It's Buggy!
I've been cut! It's hard to run!
Ah! What are those things? And then Buggy's body pieces itself right back together again.
Yeah! No one can cut me, you fools! Yeah! Straw Hat! What are you doing here?
And it cuts to Buggy, who literally just pieced himself together. And he falls to pieces while running because he sees Luffy running right next to him. Huh? No, it's Buggy.
So, you little brat, they finally caught you, eh? You impudent fool.
I didn't get caught, I snuck in.
What kind of an idiot would sneak into a prison? I know! You heard I was here and you came to rescue me! Impossible!
Impossible!
Impossible! What a revolting thought!
What are you going on about? I promised Hancock I wouldn't cause a ruckus, and now you've dragged me into one! I'm not doing this for fun!
My great buggy sneaky escape mission has been ruined too!
Who cares?
What?
Uh-oh! There's more of them up ahead too!
Blast!
Do we have to run away from them?
Are you crazy? If they catch us, we'll be tortured! You don't know how ruthless they are!
I can't get caught. I'm in a big hurry. Oh, I guess I've already made a ruckus.
I hate that about you and your red-headed friend! You're both so devil-may-care! Alright, fine, I'll do it. We'll change this mission from sneaky to flashy.
Sounds good to me! As it cuts to Buggy and Luffy decking two blue gories directly in the face. And that is the end of Chapter 526. We have an SBS and we can move on to Chapter 527. Question. I'm in love with the Snake Princess and all of the Kuja girls. I'm especially in love with that lady with the cigarette that's wearing only a jacket on top of her bare skin. It seems that the names of the characters of Kuja haven't been shown anywhere, like the girl taking notes or the members of the Kuja Pirates. Please tell me their names. They're called the Kuja Girls now. That was signed by Icefish. That sounds really nice. They do have names, but I just haven't shown them. I went through my sketchbook and picked them out from there. Go ahead and take a look if you're that interested. So the member of the Kuja Pirates, including the ones that we saw traveling with Hancock, go Ron, Rindo, Daisy. Daisy is the one who's always laughing and she's got that big curvy smile. Cosmos, and Bluefan. Then, the compulsive note-taker is called Noreen. Belladonna is the doctor, and Ganista is the maid. These individuals we saw inside of Hancock's palace. Question. Oda, if you ate the clear fruit, what would you do? Signed, Lumberjack. And Oda just goes, hey. Whoops, moving on. Question. Good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I remember when I used to do my outros that way. Hey, Odachi. In volume 53, page 193, third panel, I saw Buggy on the newspaper that Gramagnon was reading. Did he finally get captured? What happened there? Sound, Okoge Rice Ball. Answer. Man, nothing gets past these readers. You're right, I did in fact draw Buggy. You'll find out why he's on the newspaper when you read this volume. Buggy got caught. He got caught by entering a Navy garrison that he thought was a cave with Captain John's treasure. That's what the article says. And that's the end of SBS. Let's move on to Chapter 527. Level 1, Crimson Hell. CP9 Independent Report, Volume 32. Father and son plotting to kill CP9 agents. And it cuts to Spandine speaking with his son, Spandam, who is just absolutely broken and messed up laying on this hospital bed. I'll be right back. Denim's being loud again. I swear that dog is also part Chihuahua. Chapter 527, Level 1, Crimson Hell.
Woo!
As it cuts to the Blue Gories trying to hit Buggy.
Chop, chop, quick escape!
And he pops his head off of his shoulders. And then he grabs on. Then he grabs onto the Blue Gory.
Gah! Gah!
As he throws this Blue Gory high into the air.
Fall and crack your head open. Aerial tail, spin big top!
As he spins the Blue Gory and slams it into the ground head first.
Yeah! Like that, sea gorilla? Ah! That didn't stop him!
As it shows the Blue Gory getting up out of the ground like ain't nothing happened. And then Buggy using his body to come to pieces so he avoids getting actually hit.
Whoa! That was close! Wait! Leave me alone!
And before Buggy can do anything else, Luffy runs in and bodies the Blue Gory instantly.
Ugh. Looks like you've gotten stronger since the last time I saw you.
These guys are tough. What are they?
They're blue gorillas, the ocean's martial artists, but we call them blue gory. Don't let your guard down. There are still 4 of them left. You already defeated them!
As it shows, all 4 of those ones he mentioned haven't been bodied right behind him. I don't have time to fight all of them. Whoa, that guy clobbered the blue gory.
Hey, who are you? Get us out of here! Get the key!
I thought there was only one prisoner on the loose. Me too. We're not positive, but we thought we saw another one. They're not in front of group cell number 10. They've defeated 5 blue gory. 5? No way! There shouldn't be any prisoners on level 1 who can beat the blue gory.
You're here to rescue Ace? Shh! They'll find us.
You're the one who shouted. Come on, brother. Get the keys to this cell.
Shut up!
Buggy says to the people still trying to beg to get left out. You know Ace?
We got to be... That's right. And unlike you, your brother has manners. We got to be drinking buddies the other day. Too bad he got captured. The Navy's crazy to arrest one of Whitebeard's men.
I want to go to level 5. That's where Ace is, right?
Who knows? Go wherever you want. I don't care. You think we're friends or something? But I'm not fool enough to go down there. That's suicide. So long. I'm getting out of here.
This place is surrounded by a dozen warships. Do you really think you can get away?
What? Whoa, they must be expecting Whitebeard to attack. I picked a bad time to escape. Maybe I'll kill some time and... Huh?
Fine, I'll just ask somebody else.
Get the key,
goes to the prisoners.
No way. It's impossible. Could it be?
As Buggy keeps looking away and keeps looking at Luffy. All right, see ya. Good luck escaping.
It is! Wait! Straw Hat! Wait!
What? There they are! And the guards immediately start firing at Buggy and Luffy.
Yeah! They found us!
Yeah, because you keep yelling!
That armband! I really like it! Give it to me!
Up there! What gives with you? Nami gave this to me.
I'll tell you how to get to Ace!
Really?
If I do, will you give me that armband?
You bet! It's a deal!
All right! First, we have to evade the guards. Hold my feet!
Your feet?
Now run as fast as you can. I'll take you to the entrance of level 2.
Buggy the Clown's chop powers. He can detach his body parts and move them wherever he wants. The range of his powers is limited. His body parts can fly, but his feet stay on the ground. And his feet can't fly. That's just a little info that we have. And he has a certain range from his feet. So, with Luffy carrying his feet and keeping up with Buggy, Buggy can continuously fly around. Level 2? But I want to go down to level 5!
You can't go there directly from here. Listen, the uppermost underwater level of Impel Down is called level 1. Level 2 is below it, and so on. The farther down you go, the more dangerous the prisoners. They sent me down to level 4 to be tortured. I don't know anything about the floors below that. But level 5 prisoners have bounties of at least 100 million. It's a terrible place. And some prisoners are sent to floors even lower than that. There are monsters there, so dangerous they've been erased from history. It's only a rumor, but they may be holding Ace there. Anyway, I can only take you down to level 4.
Okay, you sure got helpful all of a sudden.
Yeah! Of course! You promised to give me the treasure marker that'll show me where Captain John's loot is. Yeah! I spilled the beans.
They kept you on level 1 because you're so weak, huh?
Shut up! He didn't even notice. Good thing he's a moron.
So this armband is like a treasure map, huh? I didn't know that.
You heard me, Trat! You heard me! Trat! Then I'll take it by force.
Here you go. And then Luffy is just holding out the armband to Buggy.
Huh?
You're still willing to give it?
You're still willing to give it to me, even knowing that it's a treasure finder?
We made a deal. All I care about is rescuing Ace.
But if you give it to me now, I might abandon you and run away.
All right, but you said you'd take me there.
Don't look at me like that! I'm a scoundrel! A no-good pirate! You shouldn't trust guys like me!
As Buggy is actually taken aback by Luffy's honest innocence. He's just like crying tears, all like, ah! Sweet summer child! Luffy really is a sweet summer child when you think about it.
I've wanted to get my hands on Captain John's treasure marker for a long time. It's mine at last! Thank you, Straw Hat. Now to ditch this fool. Yeah!
And then as he's laughing to himself, he slams into a wall because he's distracted. Huh? Is there a shortcut through that wall? Let me try!
No!
As Buggy gets shoved even further through the wall because of Luffy. And they get shoved right into a mist of guards. Who are they? It's the escaped prisoner Buggy the Clown. But who's the other one?
Yeah! The guard room! Then that means don't go any further! Straw Hat! Stop!
And it cuts to them bursting outside of the guard room, and they burst into what looks like a big, massive forest. Monitoring room! There are 2 of them! They just... What's this? A forest inside the prison? The trees are all red. There are lots of people down there.
They're all prisoners, and this is no ordinary forest. The leaves of the trees are like knives. They're blade trees. And that spike needle grass down below them, the jailers release poisonous spiders down there. The victims get so cut up the whole place is stained red. They're all writhing in pain.
It really is just like murderous acupuncture down there in this room. Trees where the leaves are all knives, and the very grass itself are needles. You got poison spiders out there as well, and you got people chasing after you, trying to, maim you. So not only it's just a whole floor of pain. It's just a whole floor of pain. This would fit right in with Dante's Inferno. You're right, Ozzy.
They're all writhing in pain. This is level 1, Crimson Hell. Welcome to Impel Down!
Help me! Help me! The pain! It hurts so bad! It really does look like hell. I hope Ace is okay.
All right, we'll go down.
All right,
We'll just go down.
What? Well, we'll be cut to ribbons.
I can't be cut. Just shut up and hang on. Throw my feet to the ground.
But isn't the ground spiky? And Buggy's feet hit the ground. Oh, but since the spikes can cut, since they can basically puncture Buggy and cut into him, they do nothing except split his body into pieces, but still allow his body to, move. Actually, you know what? For this area, Buggy is the only person who's completely immune to this one floor. I never thought of that. Buggy's the only one who's immune. What's that?
As long as my feet are on the ground, this is easy.
Whoa, that was close.
You need to find the stairway that leads to the bottom floor below this. You don't even need a key to open the gates. I just remembered. There's a way out. An easy exit for the prisoners to get out of Crimson Hell.
An exit from hell?
Here it is, but no one would even consider using it.
It's a hole.
Because it leads to level 2. It leads to an even more terrible hell.
It's pitch black.
People want to escape from hell. Nobody jumps into it on purpose.
This is great. I just had to jump in, right?
Yeah, but at the bottom is...
Here I go.
Hey!
As Luffy doesn't hesitate to jump into the hole itself.
Hey!
It sure is deep. I wonder what's at the bottom.
That impulsive idiot. Isn't he afraid of anything? Still, I can run away now and be rid of him. I ditched him, and the treasure marker is mine. I'm not stupid enough to take you all the way, Straw Hat. Go ahead and go on down to level 3 or level 4 and get yourself killed.
Then it cuts to a big old What part are we at? We are at the part where Luffy just jumped down into a big old hole that leads down to level 2. And now we're cutting to Buggy getting his head chopped off.
Yeah! A blue Gordy! You can't cut me, you fool! I'm a chop man! Huh?
They've both fallen to level 2! Please confirm, as it shows that Buggy's body has fallen down the hole without him realizing. I'm back. You're driving. What part are we at? Is he at Snake Island? See, Des, you late. We done left Amazon Lily already. We've been gone from Amazon Lily. We're in Impel Down right now. You late? You are late, Cedars. You're late. But yeah, we're at the prison part. They've both fallen to level 2. Please confirm. Then it cuts to some creatures down in this area. What's going on? The monsters are angrier than usual. Are they hungry or something? And it cuts to Mr. 3. Underwater prison Impel Down. Level 2, demonic beast floor. I'm too weak to even be scared. It doesn't matter. We're all gonna end up as food for the beasts anyway. And that's the end of chapter 527. We got a bit of a long SBS, and then we can move on to 528. Introducing One Piece Web. Hello, Mr. Oda. This is the first time I've written a letter to you. I always enjoy reading One Piece. In a question corner in volume 53, you wrote that you wanted to wrap up One Piece, so I quickly decided to send this letter to you. Please don't say that. Please don't apologize for making us spend money. I know this is part of the question corner, but I don't have a question. Signed, Smoke. Oda, you don't? Anyway, I was surprised to receive lots of letters about what I said in volume 53. I really didn't mean anything significant when I said that. There is an ideal length of a serialization, I believe, and it's something that all readers can easily buy. This might be me being selfish as a story writer, but the Straw Hat Pirates are now 9 members strong. In the beginning, Luffy went out to sea alone, so readers that read it from the middle don't even know that. I want people to understand what kind of adventures happened or how they got the new crew members. But I can't tell them to buy all 50 volumes. I know exactly how small kids' allowances are. That's why I make a lot of summary books that wrap up past stories. Every single time one is released, I ask the publishers to make it as cheap as possible. The 2 companies, Caramel Mama and Partyware, both did it for me. It's too cheap. Free, in fact. Awesome job. The Japanese website One Piece Web has been made. It's a story guide for the entire comic, and it'll explain everything that happened in the past. For all the kids that can't buy the books, just read it here. Check it out now. To the adults, please go buy the books, which I do. And I got my hands on volume 103. Cdes, do not look up volume 103 of One Piece, because it is a titanic spoiler that I don't think you're at yet, since you're still going by the anime. You've been warned. To the adults, please go buy the books. My earlier statement was just from that. It's not that I'm tired of drawing or anything. What I want to do hasn't changed at all. It's where all sorts of stories come together, and the final chapter is the most fun. The story of One Piece is still in the middle. If you have time, I hope you can read the whole thing through. I'm still challenging myself to create stories that no one has ever read before. Now go check out the website. And Oda is right. He's basically did just that. Because there isn't any other series that's like One Piece in existence. There's a lot of series out there that try to capture... What arc is that? It's an arc that you're not on. Because you haven't made it into the deep parts of the Wano arc, have you? And also, chapter, volume 103, the episodes hasn't shown some of the things that are about to happen in that volume yet. So, it's all the way in Wano. It's all the way in Wano. But that's the SBS. Onwards to chapter 528. Jimbei, first son of the sea. CP9 independent report. Final chapter. The ship disappears into oblivion. Yep, like I said, I told you. Like I said, I know you haven't caught up with Wano yet because you would have let me know if you caught up. I know you haven't caught up yet, so it's still far off. You're still on Whole Cake Island. You are not close. You are not close at all. Some of the volumes I have over there you cannot look at the cover of because you haven't gotten that far yet. But don't look up any images for volumes. Let's go with volume. Let's just say volume 90 onwards. No. You know what? Just don't look up any volumes at all. Just keep watching the anime and catch up when you get there. But for where it stands right now, most of us are still beyond you. So far beyond you, CDS. Yes. So just keep watching the anime and catch up with us later. Chapter 528, Jimbei, First Son of the Sea. CP9 Independent Report, final chapter. The ship disappears into oblivion. And it cuts to them sailing away. Cuts to CP9 sailing away on the same Navy ship that Captain Barry, you know, the one with the berry powers. He's just left, you know, dismantled and laying in the grass as CP9 sails away. Let you finish, continue watching Whole Cake Island. It's boring, though. Nah, debatable. It's actually incredibly important for a lot of episodes. TikTok spoils some for you. Gotta stay off of TikTok when you're watching anime. Impel down. Level 2, Demonic Beast floor. And it cuts to this gigantic bird creature that's looking at both Buggy and Luffy.
Monster!
And it starts chasing after him.
We're done for! We'll be eaten! I never intended to go to level 2. I was going to leave you behind and run!
What did you say? What? Did you say something? What is that thing, Buggy?
That's a rare mutant beast. It's called a basilisk, a snake born from a chicken.
Guard beast. Basilisk.
Level 2 is the beast hell. No horrible monsters roam this entire level.
And they dash around corners and the basilisk is literally keeping up with them. That thing's mom was a chicken?
Yes, but that chick's a monster. If they let them roam free in the outside world, they'd eat people. That's why they keep them here in the prison.
And then the basilisk gets closer and closer. Luffy leaps out of the way while Buggy splits apart to avoid being eaten. All right, you asked for it. Then we cut to the warden's office. Warden's office, level 4. As we cut to Hanya Bell and Momonga, Domino, and Hancock.
You're right. It really is hot here. You might say there's a fire behind that wall.
Where's the chief? Warden Magellan has diarrhea for about 10 hours each day. It's part of his daily routine to hold up in the restroom. He also eats about 8 hours a day. Well, I think this is Domino.
Warden Magellan has diarrhea for about 10 hours each day. It's part of his daily routine to hole up in the restroom. He also sleeps about 8 hours a day. Given time off for meals and breaks, he only works about 4 hours a day.
And he's the boss here?
First of all, diarrhea for 10 hours? $10 hours? If you're in the bathroom for an hour, that's an issue already, but 10? Do you realize how long an hour is? That's 60 minutes. 10 hours is 60 minutes 10 times. That's ridiculous. Daily routine? Daily?
And he's the boss here? And then there's a flush.
He can be very productive when necessary. Thank you for waiting. Here he comes. I forgot to mention that the warden has eaten the venom fruit. Everything about him is poisonous. Please be careful.
Duh. We have visitors. I'm Warden Magellan, the director of this facility.
Impel down, Warden. Magellan, eater of the venom fruit.
It was another fierce battle.
Good work, Chief! As it cuts to this very large man in black clothes. In black warden clothes. And he looks like he has like a mandrill face.
Ah! This room is too bright. I want to be shut away somewhere dark. I also like to shut away my heart.
Don't talk nonsense, Chief. Vice Admiral Momonga and Boa Hancock, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, are waiting for you.
We're in a hurry, Chief Magellan.
I'm sorry, I had diarrhea. I got food poisoning from my poisoned soup this morning.
I think you got poisoned because it was poison.
As a poisonous human, poison is my favorite food. You know what they say, fight poison with poison.
It doesn't work. That's why you get diarrhea.
You've got a venomous tongue on you, Belle.
I wish you'd hurry up and resign. Oops, that was a slip of the tongue. I meant to say they want to see Fire Fist aced as soon as possible.
That was a very hurtful slip of the tongue. My underlings are so unkind.
And he breathes out, and he starts breathing out like,
Ah!
hey, don't sigh, your breath is poison gas! And then Magellan just starts laughing at him.
What's so funny?
Serves you right, my insolent underling.
Now you're spitting venom!
And then Boa Hancock is holding up like a gas mask, and she winds up stepping on Magellan going, how dare you expose me to your toxins?
Whoa, what a beauty. I'm in love.
Underwarden, that's the chief's seat.
It'll be mine someday.
We're in a hurry, goes Momonga.
And then it cuts to the Den Mushi going, hello, Warden's office.
Why are you entering my phone?
Ah! You're killing me! Plus, I wanted to be the warden.
What? An intruder in Impel Down?
Incredible! No one's ever broken into this prison in all of its history.
Transmit his image to me at once.
This is a serious calamity. It's all the chief's fault.
Could it be? Have they discovered him already? Warden, I'd like to see the prisoner as soon as possible.
As, Hancock makes like a cutesy face.
Whatever you desire.
Warden, we have an emergency on our hands. That's odd. We've lost contact with Warden Magellan. Never mind. Notify security on each floor in the naval headquarters at once. I don't know how he got in here or why, but the intruder with Buggy the Clown on level 2 is definitely Straw Hat Luffy the Pirate! There's no response from the guards room on level 2. Huh? Level 2 guard room, come in! What's going on? Guard room! Level 2 guard room, or what's left of it, as we see the unconscious bodies of many guards.
All right.
As Luffy is shrunken down.
Your fist got huge. What was that? And why are you so little now? That was Gear 3. Wow, I actually beat it. Okay, let's go to level 3.
As Luffy basically used Gear 3rd in order to beat up the Basilisk and pretty much wreck the entire guard room so that they can't even tell what's going on right now.
The Savior has come to deliver us from hell.
Ah, I'm normal.
He clobbered that monster. Yeah, he beat the Basilisk.
You did it. That was incredible.
And you wrecked the guard room at the same time.
I don't know who you are, but thanks.
Now you can find the keys to the cell and to the shackles. Those keys lying over there.
And then, my thing is, they think that they're gonna just up and rescue these prisoners who are just in here. And as that's going on, Luffy is arguing with Buggy, and someone inside the cell is going, that's Straw Hat Luffy. What's he doing here? If he's not in a cell, then he must be trying to escape. As Mr. 3 looks at Buggy and Luffy, maybe I can get him to help me. This could be my chance to break out of here. I haven't been forsaken yet. And then a door opens. A door opens and the prisoners get set free.
It's open! We're out of the cell! You'd all better thank me. Who's the man who set you free?
We'll never forget this, Captain Buggy.
You saved us, Captain Buggy! That's right! Remember that name! Unlock all the cells! I fell down here by accident, but if I let these guys out, I might be able to slip out of here in the confusion.
What are you doing? Hurry up and take me to Ace. Is there another hole that goes downstairs?
Let go of me! I don't know how to get to level 3. I don't know the layout of this whole prison. It's like a maze down here.
And then it cuts to Growling. Cuts to Growling, and then it cuts back to Luffy. What are you talking about? You said you'd take me to level 4.
I lied! I wanted the treasure marker, so I lied. Now the prisoners on this floor are going to riot and... Huh? Hey! What are you guys doing? This is your chance to escape!
Because it shows that all the prisoners have closed their cells. The prisoners have closed their cells all of a sudden.
Where's my riot?
You lied to me!
We changed our minds. There's no way out of here, as long as the boss of this floor is still here.
You were safe in here.
All right, Straw Hat. I'll tell you how to get to level 3.
You just said you didn't know, Fat Nose.
Who you calling Fat Nose?
I may be able to help you. Huh?
Who's he?
It's been a long time, Straw Hat Luffy. Ironically, I'm free now, thanks to you. And I'm a man who repays my debts. Who are you? And then it cuts to Mr. 3, literally telling Luffy who he is by charades, all like, 3? A 3? Then, you're the guy from the Island of the Giants! 3! I'm Mr. 3! On the level where Fire Fist Ace is being held. And it cuts to an individual who's massively chained up to a wall.
I'm not going anywhere.
And then it cuts to this big creature that's right next to this individual, and he gets hit in the head with the club by the same creature that beat up those other 2 dudes earlier on when we first entered into Impel Down. And then this big creature with the club walks out of the cell, and this individual is just left after being hit in the head.
I can't even scratch myself.
Looks like they gave you another good beating, boss.
It's not my flesh that hurts, because it's my heart, Ace. Because I'm not able to do what's right.
One of the 7 warlords of the sea, first son of the sea, Jinbei, a whale shark fishman with a former bounty of 250 million berries. Jinbei.
I can't die yet. I don't care if I'm one of the 7 warlords. That means nothing to me. But I'd gladly give my life to stop this war.
And that is the end of chapter 528. Another SBS and we can move on to 529. We have all the way up until 532. So let's keep going. Question. Mr. Oda, Boa Hancock came out on the cover of Jump 9 years ago. That really surprised me. Is this really her? Please tell me. Signed PX10000. Answer. I'm the one who's surprised. People on the internet noticed this, but I completely forgot about it. This picture was in the illustration collection Color Walk 2, but during that time, the crew had just entered the Grand Line. The editors told me to draw the back view of the enemies that will come. I drew about 4, and I remember that Hancock was one of them. When I actually did bring her out in the comic, a lot about her is different, but that design is indeed Warlord Boa Hancock that I thought of 9 years ago. And many of us seen this picture in our past where it's just Boa Hancock with her back turned, snake wrapped around her with her holding like a glass, and she has like on this sequin dress that has like stripes going down it. That was like an early picture of Hancock from the past. Question. Red light. Green light. I got you. Moss ball. Sign Nashi. Answer. Zoro got caught. Okay. Question. Hello, Odachi. I am writing this letter from Liguria. Liguria is a region of Italy, not Water 7. Liguria, not Liguria, but Liguria. I want to know the connections the 2 agents that went to Ohara with Spandine have with the current CP9 agents. I get the feeling that the guy with the glasses is Khalifa's father. Thank you for making Robin. Signed, Dario. A lot of people are thankful for Oda making Robin. As am I. Thank you, Oda! Answer. Khalifa's dad! You're absolutely right. I didn't give out any hints at all about it. I told my editor at the time about it, but this person is actually Khalifa's father. Most of the CP9 members are orphans that have been trained by the government, but we thought it might be interesting if among those children are some who belong to a long bloodline of agents. Kumadori's mom isn't one of them, by the way. Chapter 529, Level 2, Beast Hell. And it cuts to Ace sitting across from Jinbei.
To the government. I'm a pirate who hates other pirates. But you people were different.
A pirate hater? You?
It might seem strange to you, Ace. I had visited Whitebeard's ship many times, But because of my position, I had to be discreet and do everything underwater. I like you people.
I seem to remember that you almost killed me once.
And you almost killed me. I just wanted to help that man. The only reason that Fishman Island is at peace right now is because of Whitebeard. All the pirates who sail the Grand Line eventually have to pass Fishman Island. When the Great Age of Pirates began, the island was ravaged. It had been overwhelmed by hordes of human pirates, and the naval forces pursuing them. A great many fishmen and mermen had been captured and sold off. Everyone was in despair. Then Whitebeard arrived. This island is my territory now. I'll never forget that day. With that one sentence, he ended the plundering of Fishman Island forever. Now that's power. And he protects many other islands as well. He may be a pirate captain, but it's wrong to take him down. The government must know what will happen if he's ever killed.
And Ace is just silent throughout this entire conversation.
I wanted to stop this battle even if it killed me. I wanted to save you too, Ace.
Stop it, Jinbei. You're only making me feel worse.
I haven't given up hope yet, lad. I've always believed in miracles and luck.
Looks like something interesting is happening in this prison. This may be my best opportunity to kill Whitebeard. How exciting.
You scoundrel!
And this person who's sitting in this cell happens to have what appears to be a golden hook on his hand.
You want to kill Pops? Oh, I'm not the only one.
Kill Whitebeard? He's gonna die? Woohoo!
Good riddance.
Let me out of here! I wanna kill him myself!
I'll help you.
I'll put an end to the reign of Whitebeard!
Remember this, Jinbei, and you too, Fire Fist. There are plenty of second-rate pirates on this ocean who hate that they could never defeat.
And then Jinbei was going,
Shut up, you fools!
Remember this, Jinbei, and you too, Fire Fist. There are plenty of second-rate pirates on this ocean who hate that they could never defeat the likes of Whitebeard and Gold Roger. Why, they're everywhere.
Monitoring room Impel down. The Basilisk destroyed the guard room on level 2.
Those two defeated the Basilisk. Where are they now?
So that's why they didn't respond. What's happening on level 2? And then it cuts to a guard going, I see someone. It's them, but there are 3 of them now. What? Level 2, the demonic beast floor.
Chop, chop, cannon!
Gum Gum Pistol! Kendall, look! As Luffy, Buggy, and Mr. 3 are all running from a ton of creatures that are down there.
Monsters! There are more of them!
The giant centipede exploded! That was originally a bunch of puzzle scorpions joined together. They're extremely poisonous!
I heard the boss monster on level 2 was some kind of lion. Is that it?
No, those are lions with the faces of men. They're called manticores. If they catch you, they'll eat you up.
Manticores, level 2 guard beasts. And it cuts to these lions that have the faces of people, but they are hot on the tail of Luffy and company. The key. Give me the key.
Huh? Don't mind that. They have human vocal organs. They can imitate our speech. They're just repeating words they've heard the prisoner say. They don't know what it means.
That's creepy.
Loincloth. Strawberry panties.
They've learned a whole lot of nonsense.
Beefsteak.
Huh?
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by it. Run!
As Buggy literally hits Luffy so that he isn't getting distracted by the mention of meat.
Hey, you two said you'd help me, right? Of course, let's work together to escape. How do I get to level 3? Huh? You're not going back up to level 1? Don't you want to escape? You're trying to rescue Fire Fist Ace! Oh! You're crazy! I'm getting out of here! Wait! Then at least tell me where the stairs that go down are. The stairs? Of course. That stairway goes from level 1 to level 3. When the monster guarding it goes after Straw Hat, I'll just run right up. All right, let's go together, Straw Hat. Follow me. Huh? A dead end. And they're right in front of a gigantic creature. The Sphinx, level 2 guard beast.
Wow, look at that.
A lion. No, an old man? It's the Sphinx, the guardian of the stairs! And the Sphinx is just sleeping and saying, Somen.
Somen noodles?
Ramen! Tamen fried noodles!
They mostly taught it words for noodles!
Amen.
It's praying?
And as Buggy looks back, the Sphinx brings its paw down, and everyone jumps out of the way to avoid getting squished. And the force of the blow is so heavy that it actually shakes the bars on prison cells that the prisoners note of.
Hear that? The Sphinx is smashing something out there.
Whatever made us think we could escape from this place?
Jaya-man!
It's too strong! Huh? What are you two doing? As it cuts to Mr. 3 and Buggy, who are trying to sneak away.
It's a deal. Let's call ourselves the Pirate Break Alliance.
It's good to have a partner. Let's start with Operation Use Straw Hat as bait. Gum Gum! Bazooka! And Luffy hits the Sphinx directly in the head. And then the Sphinx gets even angrier. Why'd you have to go and make it mad?
No!
Goes Buggy. You traitors! You left me down here alone! And then it cuts to the Sphinx bringing his paw down. Uh-oh! And it brings it, and it appears like it crushes Mr. 3. Ha ha ha! You fell for it, you simple-minded brute! That's a wax doll I made with my wax powers!
Boiled noodles.
It's not as effective without Miss Golden Week's coloring, but it's more than enough to fool an animal. Look here! Which one is the real me? As it cuts to the Sphinx, who keeps smashing the fake candle versions of Mr. 3. Wrong! That looks like fun! It's just like whack-a-mole! There! Over there! And it cuts to Luffy, who's on the back of the Sphinx, who's trying to point in the direction of which one is the real one. He's playing whack-a-mole with the Sphinx. They're enjoying themselves. Now's my chance.
What's that strange rumbling?
They're really making the Sphinx mad.
What's going on? Huh?
This is level 3. There's a loud sound coming from above.
Hey, is the
floor okay? Mr. 3, run for it! Yaha! Our plan worked!
Traitor, that wasn't our plan, but let's just get out of here.
That's the gate to the stairway.
I'll make a key out of wax. Level 2 isn't responding. What's happening down there? As the floor gives way, and they just smash through the floor because of the whole whack-a-mole situation. Mr. 3, you're partly to blame for this.
Ah! You stupid monster! Ah, stupid monster! You broke the floor!
This is level 3! A monster just fell through the ceiling! Huh? This is bad!
Ah, we're falling down to level 3!
And that's the end of chapter 529. Let's move on to 530, but first another SBS. Hello, Mr. Oda. I just made a discovery about Nami's fighting technique during her battle with Khalifa. Do you remember Mirage Temple Fata Morgana? According to a book, it said something about the end of the famous witch Morgana. Isn't it something about the mirages that appear in the waters off of Italy? I don't really understand, so please explain. Signed, Rail. Answer. Yes, there are lots of theories about this. Mirages that are seen near Sicily, Italy are called Fata Morgana, as in the fairy of illusion. In European legend, there is a witch called Morgana. I don't really know the details either, but you said the book calls it the end of the witch. I've read somewhere that the mirages are caused by Morgana, but either way, the local people who saw the mirages blame them on the doings of the witch. Question. I became the mother of Sanji!
Sanji means 3 children in Japanese. Signed, mother of 3. Answer. Oh, congratulations. Question. Make Hancock's birthday September 2nd, please. Since September is the 9th month, 9 means ku in Japanese, and 2 sounds like ja in Japanese. So basically, September 9th, September 2nd is basically saying kuja. Well, you know, September 9th is like the 9th month is basically you saying kuja. Signed, son. Answer. Sure. Question. Please choose Shanks' birthday already. Sha sounds like 3, and KS sounds like 9 in Japanese. So make it March 9? Please. Odachi, decide it now, please. Signed, Pudding. Answer. Sure, whatever. Okay, this is the end of the question corner. Starting on page 166 is the question corner of the voice actors. This is a weird way to end this. Chapter 530, From One Hell to Another. Monitoring room, we're at the site on level 2. Can you bring up the image?
What happened here? There's a huge big hole. There's a hole big enough, bit my tongue. There's a hole big enough for the Sphinx to fall through. What exactly is Straw Hat trying to do?
Level 2, demonic beast floor, Impel down. And it cuts to some prisoners who start making their way to the 4 guards that are looking at the hole that the Sphinx, Luffy, Buggy, and Mr. 3 fell through. Monitoring room, Impel down. Look, we have trouble! The prisoners on level 2 are out of their cells. How did they get the keys? Is this more of Straw Hat's work? The guards are in danger.
You have our great respect and gratitude, Captain Buggy. Our savior.
This is level 2. Requesting immediate backup. The prisoners are rioting! As the prisoners, and there's more. There's a ton of them compared to the 4 guards. I held up 4 guards that are down there. There's a ton of prisoners who immediately jump them. They ain't gonna make it.
Bring the blue gory to level 2!
Hey, I just found out why Straw Hat Luffy's here.
You did? How? Fleet Admiral Sengoku at Navy Headquarters says there's no doubt about it.
The intruder Monkey D. Luffy and the condemned prisoner Porkus D. Ace are brothers.
Then Straw Hat's trying to rescue Firefish before he's executed. That has to be it!
That explains why he keeps going down from one hail to another. We're too preoccupied with Whitebeard's impending attack. If Straw Hat somehow succeeds, we could have a major catastrophe on our hands. Hurry up and inform Warden Magellan of this, and put down the riot on level 2! Navy Headquarters, the Grand Line.
What's so funny, Garp? At a critical time like this in the world seas, this is a disaster.
And Garp is just laughing at everything that's going on.
First Ennie's lobby, and then the attack on the Celestial Dragons, and now this. It's unprecedented. Even if we take into account the escape of Golden Lion, the pirate that could fly, that was still 20 years ago. Out of hundreds of thousands of prisoners, no one else has ever been able to break in or out throughout history. The great prison Impel Down has been impregnable for all those years. And the first person to ever break in and ruin its reputation is your grandson, Garp! I'm so proud of that boy, he's great.
And then it's just Garp just enjoying the fact that his grandson is causing such a major incident right now. You gotta love Garp.
I'm so proud of that boy, he's great. Bartholomew Kuma said he annihilated the Straw Hat Pirates at Sabaody, so that was a lie. Well, I never believe a warlord's words. But how did Straw Hat get through the blockade surrounding the prison? If you weren't called the Navy's hero, I'd make you pay for the sins of your entire family, Garp! This old man's life isn't worth nearly enough to pay for a fiasco like this.
And Garp is just laughing. See, I like Garp. When insanity is happening, Garp is just chalking it up. He's just enjoying the insanity right now. He's just laughing it off. Level 3, Impel Down. As we cut to Luffy and company, who are with the Sphinx, who's apparently kind of knocked out right now. Hot, hot, hot! The floor's like a frying pan! It's so hot, and it's so quiet here.
Level 3! How did we end up here? Straw Hat, you got me into this mess!
Hey, the lion's knocked out. My wax powers are no good here. As any time he tries to use his powers, the wax immediately melts off. Hey, a barbecued bird!
No way!
A hummingbird from the upper floors must have wandered in and got baked by the hot air.
It's like an oven!
Look inside the walls. Those men are shells of their former selves. All the criminals here on level 3 once had bounties of at least 50 million berries on their heads. Here, they torture the prisoners by restricting food and water. And to make matters worse, the heat is from the inferno hell on the floor below. They're all half dead. This is level 3. Starvation hell. We better hurry up or we'll end up like these wretches. So, the place that's underneath them is where the heat is coming from. But the place where they're on, level 3, is the starvation floor. Just hearing the name of this place is already too much already. We better hurry up or we'll end up like these wretches.
Ugh. Let's get out of here before we go from the frying pan into the fire.
Okay, let's hurry and go down to level 4.
No way!
As it shows Luffy eating the bird that got cooked down there. Come on, take me there! You said you wanted to rescue Ace too!
I never said that! You keep confusing what really happened with what you want to happen!
They're in range. Pull the net.
Is that it?
Is that it? Roger. Fine, I'll go alone. And then something snaps underneath them as they all get caught up in this big major net. What's going on?
Ah! We've walked into a trap!
The ropes are made of iron.
I knew it! It has the sea prism woven in it!
They'll torture us even more for trying to escape. We're done for. We've captured Straw Hat, Luffy, and the other two. Other two? Don't know who.
Other two? Don't you know who I am?
Stop it, Buggy. There's no point in resisting anymore. It's over.
Let me out of this net!
Let me out of this net! The jailers are here and the blue gory too!
Put the sea prism cuffs on them. Roger! Why you? And it cuts to Luffy, who's trying to bite through the ropes, but it's not given. Huh? Who are you?
I am Saldeath.
Oh, really? You don't look like one.
No, not that. You just said I was a monkey.
Oh. So you are.
Hey! Give up. Resistance is futile. You're trapped in an undersea escape-proof prison. You never had a chance, but you could be glad that I captured you.
Saldeath, Captain of the Guard, Commander of the Blue Gory. And Saldeath is this dude. Saldeath is this small little dude right there.
So of course I'm gonna give him this kind of voice like this. You never had a chance, but you should be glad that I captured you.
Saldeath, Captain of the Guard, Commander of the Blue Gory.
Because the floor underneath this is patrolled by 4 roaming jailer beasts.
He's right! I definitely don't want to see them or the warden!
And he thinks back to the big creature that's been around, just bludgeoning people in the head. And then the Sphinx starts to wake up.
Chilled noodles.
Captain!
Fried noodles.
The Sphinx is awake!
This is bad. The net's going to break. We can't let those 3 escape, especially Straw Hat.
Spaghetti soup!
Whoa! All right! And then Luffy immediately starts to take off. Yeah! We're free! Get him! And then Blue Gories run up on Luffy. Gum, Gatling! And he bottles the Blue Gory and the guards. Where'd they go?
Hurry up, Mr. 3!
The heat is making me. Hey, what are you doing way up there?
Goodbye, Straw Hat! Give Ace my regards. If he's still alive, tell him we should get a drink together soon!
Lead them away from us, sucker! But we only just met again.
Okay!
Okay, see you. Thanks for getting me this far.
He's such an optimist!
Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts.
Don't let your guard down. He's worth 300 million berries.
Goes Saldeath. I don't have time to fight you guys. And as he's, clashing with a couple of them, the Sphinx gets up. Darn, I forgot about that. And Luffy starts bouncing off the faces of numerous people to avoid getting swept up by Sphinx. Ooh, And Luffy latches on to a blue gory and throws him into a crowd. Out of my way! He's getting away! Catch him! Stairs! Stairs!
Ugh. Ugh. It's so hot. Ugh. We should be safe now. Luckily, they went after Straw Hat.
But the stairs leading up are blocked and just being there is torture. Just being here is torture.
Do. Gra. Do. Ya. Do. Ra.
Do.
Wah.
This world is made for men and women. But when you're me, you're both a man and a woman. That's why I'm the strongest.
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 Oh, come my way.
Oh,
The strongest.
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 Oh, come my way.
And it's Bon Curé.
You did well. I'm gonna spin, 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 and spin like the bewildering times we live in. Hey, get up, you guys. What's that? This stifling heat is nothing. I can be even more stifling. Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. 3.
You.
What? Mr. 3?
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing out there? Does that mean you two were caught too? Wait, I'm the one who got caught. Look at me, I was so surprised I did a double take. It's the old come my way karate move, looking back on that autumn night's dream.
I've changed my mind about setting him free.
What is this strange creature?
And that is the end. That response from Buggy. That's the end of chapter 530. Onwards to 531. But first, an SBS corner featuring the voice actress for Nami, Akemi Okamura. How do you do? This is now the third question corner for the voice actors. Voice is so perfect for Bon Clay. Well, thank you, Abir. Thank you. This is now the third question corner for the voice actors. It always ends up being a real nice read, but all the other voice actors complain because they'll have to top the previous question corner. Now then, today we have the voice actor for the Navigator Nami. Let me say this first to the readers. You're sending in way too many perverted questions. Can you be a little more considerate since I have to go through them? Okay, let's go. Our wonderful lady Akemi Okamura is in the house. Oda, here is Okamura. Please gracefully, fully introduce yourself.
Hello, this is Akemi Okamura, always with a smile.
Good intro. Yes, I love it when you guys take this seriously. By the way, do you know what SBS stands for? I'm hoping for a cute answer.
Sure thing. Stupidity bashed silly.
That's scary. I introduced you as a sweet lady. Are you going to disappoint all the readers who are young boys?
Oh, that wasn't good? Okay, one more time then. Silly boys slapped.
You're still going to beat them, aren't you? Whatever. Okay, let's just start this. Sure thing. Preview for next voice actors SBS, featuring the voices of Usopp and Sanji, Kappei Yamaguchi, and Hiroaki Hirata for Sanji. These two are veteran voice actors, and you know exactly how they are. Next time, and the other after that, will be these two. Chapter 531, Level 3, Starvation Hell.
We were already on high alert! How was he able to slip through?
There's only one intruder, but if Ace were to escape, Impel Down and the world government would be the laughingstock of the whole world. You will now enter Impel Down and capture Straw Hat Luffy. The reputation of Navy headquarters rests on our shoulders, comes in a captain or vice admiral.
Wait a minute.
Who goes there?
I'm Mistress Sadie, the torturer.
And it cuts to this lady who's looks like she's into some leather type bondism type stuff. It's red in the anime, but she's just dressed up in some like spiky and a leathery revealing outfit.
Allowing an intruder to enter and then calling in the Navy to take him gives Impel Down a black eye.
Sadie, security chief of Impel Down. Miss Sadie, you think you're cute or something? Ow! And then Sadie immediately hits him.
Silence! Call me Miss Sadie or else. Ah!
And then the person screams out in pain.
Oh, I love the sound of screaming.
You? Are you saying we don't need our help? You don't need our help?
This prison is an infernal labyrinth. If you're not familiar with the layout, you won't be of any help. Just stay out here and make sure no one gets in or out. Now raise the drawbridge, which is the only way in or out, and seal Impel down completely.
I gotta do it. I have to do it. I gotta do every nuance of the speech.
Rest assured, there's nowhere to run in this great underwater prison.
All right, we'll make sure no one gets in or out.
That's a good boy.
A koala?
Huh? A koala?
A koala? As something is sticking its head out behind Sadie, and it looks like a koala. And then the doors to Impel Down and the drawbridge completely closes. Impel Down is now completely sealed off. Then it cuts back to other floors. The floors... Keep that whip away from me, I'm not into S&M. Neither am I. The floor where Ace is interned. Where Flace is interned.
Hannibal. And Warden Magellan, too? What's going on?
You have a special visitor, Ace. Can you guess who it is? Even if you've never met her, Jinbei. Everyone knows her name, but few have ever seen her. The Empress of the Kuja warrior tribe. One of the 7 warlords of the sea. The strong, proud, beautiful pirate empress, Boa Hancock.
And then Hannibal has like this little party popper that just goes like... And then Magellan proceeds to bop Hannibal on the top of the head.
Ow! I really want to be the warden. Oops, that really hurt.
What are you doing?
This man really does let his secret innermost thoughts out the moment he speaks. Like, ow! I really want to be the warden. That's his desire so strong that he'll say, I want to be the warden before he says ow to being struck.
I really want to be the warden. Ouch. Oops. That really hurt.
What are you doing?
Then it cuts to Jinbei and Ace, who's looking at Hancock, and it shows the golden hook hand of Crocodile, obviously.
Yar, what a woman! Her beauty beggars description. So that's the Snake Princess of the Kuja. Woohoo! Over here, me lovely. Hancock, look at her, she's exquisite.
Hey, girlie, come inside the cell. We'll be gentle with ye. You smell so good. I want to go to that meeting island of yours.
There's nothing but women there, and I hear they don't wear any clothes.
What do you want?
I have no business with you. I just wanted to take a look at the man who was the trigger for this war I'm about to participate in.
Wow! Beautiful! Boy, Hancock, don't ignore us!
So I'm just a curiosity, eh?
Come over here!
The unflappable Empress. Why are you helping the government now of all times? Is keeping the title of warlord that important to you?
Hey, lady!
They're trying to have a conversation. Would you be quiet?
Goes Magellan to the people who are down there in the room with Ace.
Shut up, Magellan! Round the clock diarrhea man.
I never heard that before. Round the clock diarrhea man. No. Why would you give him that?
Oh, shut up, Magellan. Round the clock diarrhea man. Yeah! You tell him! Hey, Snake Princess, are those women on your island hungry for men? Hurry up and step down, Warden!
You don't have to snap at me. So you're Jinbei. You don't have to snap at me. Under Warden. And if you fools, if you keep harassing me like that...
Yes, she finally turned this way!
You'll frighten me.
Goes Hancock as she charms all the prisoners, going,
Ah! I love it! She's gorgeous! Give her to me, diarrhea man!
What vulgar swine! They sicken me,
goes Momonga.
Look at them! They're out of control! Your reputation is ruined, Warden! You're such a failure!
She's irresistible.
You're as bad as they are, Diarrhea Man!
However, I can't allow such disrespectful behavior.
And then something starts to come out of him, like it starts to ooze off of him.
Give me Hancock! Warden, wait! You'll endanger us too! It's scary!
Know your place.
As something starts to come out of Magellan's back.
Uh-oh! The Hydra!
I'll show you who's the boss of this prison.
As a three-headed Hydra just emanates from Magellan. And it's so massive it takes up an entire page.
Hey, Fiend! We were only kidding! Stop!
And then the Hydra goes and then just shoots into the cell.
Ah! Stop, Magellan! Ah! He really did it! That's it! You're gonna die! Ah! Antidote! Give me the antidote! Ah!
Never forget that I have the power and authority to execute all of you, right here and now.
As it shows Magellan just covered in poison, apparently. And then everyone just gets silent and starts shivering.
Now then, Hancock, please take your time with him.
My business here is finished.
And then it cuts to Ace, who suddenly goes, "What? Is that true?"
I've no reason to lie, as Hancock walks away. Oh yes, he was afraid you'd be mad at him if he came.
What did she say to him?
I don't know. I was too busy running away from you, Warden, goes Hannibal. Ace, what did she tell you?
She said, "My little brother is here."
Is he the boy with the straw hat you always talk about? How foolhardy.
Level 7, Starvation Hell, as it cuts to Luffy running up some stairs.
Huh? When did I start going up? When did I start going up? I want to go down!
It's so hot. I'm hungry. And then it cuts to a camera that's zeroing in on Luffy. Now entering Section C. Target sighted. And then some guards immediately start to open fire on Luffy. And he dodges a lot of these shots and avoids them. And then a net falls down and he dodges away from those. Ah, that was close. They're probably those sea prism nets again. Then it cuts to Luffy, who gets pinned underneath the Sphinx.
Oh no! It's a lion! Drat!
Wait, you lion!
I'm here to save you, Luffy.
Zoro!
Just kidding.
White Swan Arabesque!
And then Mr. 2 Bon Clay comes in and nails the Sphinx directly in the head. Like, hits it so hard that the eyes kind of pop out. Huh? That's not Zoro.
Long time no see! It's me, Straw Boy! Bon Clay! I was so disappointed because you're not Zoro, but you're alive!
Out of our way, you bullies! What do you think you're doing to my friend?
And then it cuts to Bon Clay, who immediately bodies all the guards who are nearby. And then it cuts to the Sphinx, who gets back up as Sol Death is there.
That's the spirit. Fight back, Sphinx.
And then it cuts to Luffy and Mr. 2 Bon Clay as they have bodied the Sphinx to the point where there's a mountain of lumps all over this creature.
Okay, that ought to teach it.
Sphinx! The best way to make it understand is to clobber it. It's the law of the jungle. Another escapee. Are they recruiting as they go?
Bon! I thought you died that time! You sacrificed yourself for us!
It ain't no joke! Joe Dungeon Diver, yo! We swans never die. What? Is that true?
Mr. 2 Bon Clay's powers. He is a mimic man who has eaten the clone fruit. He can make himself look like anybody, just by touching their face with his right hand. Touching his own face with his left hand turns him back into himself.
Blue Gory, don't let them escape. By the way, Straw Boy, I heard you want to go all the way down to level 5.
That's right. Can you tell me how to get there?
Then let's go together. There's somebody I want to see on level 5 too.
And I love how Luffy is posed to fight, and then we have Bon Clay who's like, let's go! But Luffy goes, really? And that is the end of chapter 531. Onwards to the last chapter of this volume, chapter 532, Jailer Beast Minotaur. And on this panel, we have a picture of all the warlords, Mihawk. It has like a big cover page. I normally don't talk about the big color spread pages often, but I just like this one because it shows all the warlords. Doflamingo, Blackbeard, Mihawk, Kuma, Gecko Moria, Steel Bandage, Jinbei, and obviously Hancock as well. Those are all the warlords that are there. The following is the list of prisoners that are thought to be accomplices of Straw Hat Luffy. Inmate number E88200. Pirate Buggy the Clown. Inmate number D0464. Former Baroque Works agent Galdino, aka Mr. 3. Inmate number C9915. It might have been better for me to go E8200. Inmate number C99915. Former Baroque's Work agent Bentham, aka Mr. 2 Bon Clay. Currently, Straw Hat Luffy and Mr. 2 Bon Clay are wreaking havoc in Level 3, Section N. The Blue Gory are no match for them. They are believed to be heading for Level 4. The first 2 fugitives are missing. There's a huge riot on Level 2, and the intruder is still making his way downward. It's getting interesting. This is gonna be great fun. They won't get far. Level 4, the Warden's office.
We're Seldeath! We're Seldeath!
His Blue Gory are ineffective against Straw Hat and Mr. 2, so he's gone to suppress the riot on Level 2.
Why wasn't this reported to me before it got out of hand?
You were so gaga over Hancock you didn't pay any attention. So goes Hanya Bell. The guests are gone, yes? Yes, we're all set for the hunt. What would you like to do, Warden? Because Sadie's there.
Oh, Miss Sadie. Is anyone on Level 3?
The Minotaur is, there. But we can't corner them on Level 3. There are too many escape routes. Oh wait, this is still Magellan.
But we can't corner them on Level 3. There are too many escape routes. Let Seldeath deal with the riot on Level 2. Deploy the rest of our forces to Level 4. If they somehow escape the Minotaur and descend into Inferno Hell, I'll execute them myself. That'll teach them to underestimate Impel down.
And then everyone just gulps and shudders from the fact that Magellan has this feeling of bloodlust on him. What is this thing? Did you see the way it moved? It's the Minotaur! Minotaur, Jailer Beast, and also the same creature we've been seeing going around and bludgeoning people in the head earlier on, including the same one that went and beat Jinbei over the head earlier. Now we see it, and it's basically just this humanoid bull man dude. Minotaur, Jailer Beast. These Jailer Beasts are cold-hearted monsters that treat human beings like trash! Monsters? Do they have devil fruit powers? And then, without thinking, without even a moment of hesitation, the Minotaur hits Bon Clay and sends him flying. Yeah! Bon! Huh? Bon! It's fast! And it cuts to the Minotaur trying to hit Luffy, and he dodges out of the way. And as soon as he recovers from rolling away from the Minotaur, the club is right in front of Luffy's face. And it sends Luffy flying. And it hurts him because he's bleeding immediately. Ah! Straw Boy, look out! Wait for just to flow it! As it cuts to Bon Clay, who flies in and hits the Minotaur directly in the face, causing it to run into a gate. And Luffy gets up, face and arm incredibly bloody, as Bon Clay is being choked out by the Minotaur. Then Luffy goes gear second, pumps blood into his body. Bon Clay is getting literally choked out as he starts to foam at the mouth. I'm dying! Come! Jet Bazooka! And this is enough to hurt the Minotaur, with a little bit of snot coming out of its nose, but it causes it to bleed, and it gets sent flying up the stairs, straight through a stone bridge. And then it comes back to Luffy, who's on the floor,
as Gear Second starts to dissipate. Bon, are you okay?
I thought I was going to die. I saw a field of queens flash before my eyes.
But wow, you're strong. Whew. That monster is probably still alive, but I'm sure it's hurting right now. This is terrible. My makeup is ruined. I need cosmetics and ballet slippers and clothes and weapons and booze and tears, and the old come my way.
I want to go down further, but I'm hungry and thirsty.
Don't worry, Straw Boy. It's really easy to get down to level 4 from here. It's insanely easy.
What? Really?
Insanely easy. Just try climbing up that wall over there.
I can't. This wall is hotter than a boiling pot. I can't even touch it.
You're very observant.
Country voice.
Well, I'm just going for the way for old Bon Clay. You're very observant.
Hot, hot! Take a look down there. Take a look down below.
What is this? The heat and smoke are crazy. I can barely stand here.
Right? But down there is where you want to go. Level 4. Inferno Hell. The heat rising from the floor below is...
The heat rising from the floor below is too hot. Ugh.
Just like you said, level 4 is a giant cooking pot. Below this all you'll find is a boiling pond of blood and a sea of fire. You can try to jump down if you want, but if you land in the wrong place, you'll suffer a lot more than just burns. You'll be taking your life in your hands.
You said there's somebody you want to see down there. Who is it? Are you willing to risk your life for him?
People call him the Miracle Worker. He was arrested on trumped-up charges. He's called Eva. He's the queen of the Kamabaka Queendom, the pink paradise of the Grand Line. The queens of the world look up to him as the world's greatest drag queen. I want to meet him. If possible, I want to rescue him.
And then it cuts to people screaming in the distance. Huh? And the people screaming in the distance is Buggy and Mr. 3. And then everyone starts running away. Everyone starts running away from the Minotaur that's chasing them.
Hey! Why'd you lead them back to us? I thought you said you were getting out of here!
I knew it! You wanted to come with me!
I don't want to go to hell with you! We were hiding when that thing came charging at us!
I've had enough. I'd rather be in jail.
I don't know how it found us! The Minotaur is going to kill us! I'll show you something special! Hey, Straw Hat, do you remember the time I blew up that town with my special muggy ball?
No. And then Buggy immediately looks depressed, and he stops running full force while they're still running. They're still running for the Minotaur, but Buggy gets depressed and slows down.
The buggy ball is a powerful cannonball. It's sort of my trademark weapon.
You must have a lot of confidence in your buggy ball to put your name on it. I didn't say muggy, I meant to say buggy.
The buggy ball is a powerful cannonball. It's sort of my trademark weapon.
You must have a lot of confidence in your buggy ball to put your name on it.
That's right! I made it small enough to conceal on my body while maintaining its destructive ability. It's my new weapon. I call it the Muggy Ball!
It's not named after you anymore!
Chew on this!
As it cuts to Buggy, who jumps in the air, and then a small ball shoots out of the tip of his shoe, and then it hits the Minotaur, and
Special Muggy Ball!
And the Minotaur and the area behind him is engulfed in a massive explosion. That was awesome!
Sweet! Ah! It's still conscious!
We can do it!
We can do it, Straw Boy!
Hey, 3, can't you use your wax powers? Anything I make will melt in 3 seconds. That's long enough.
Fly, fly! I'm flying through the air. Oh, come my way, karate!
And then it cuts to Bon Clay, who's airborne and cartwheeling.
Winter Wonderland Jet!
And Bon Clay hits the Minotaur directly in the head. And as the Minotaur is reeling, here you go, Straw Hat! Kendall, look! All right. Gum. As the Minotaur is struggling to get back up, hammer rifle! And using the clay around Luffy's hand, while it's still hard and solid, Luffy, using Gum rifle, combined with the wax, decks the Minotaur directly into the face. And the wax immediately melts, and the Minotaurus is completely knocked out.
All right! We defeated the Hell Beast!
And everyone is just happy.
All right, let's keep this up and get to level 4.
Then it cuts to Ace in the room with Jinbei. This is level 4. Don't come here, Luffy. Starting with Warden Magellan, all forces have now gathered on level 4. And that's exactly where Luffy is heading. And that is the final chapter of this volume. But not the final thing, because like I did for the voice actors of the last one, I'm going to do for the voice actors for this one. And that'll be the last final page for this volume until Monday. SBS Question Corner. Our navigator, Akemi Okamura. Reader, I have a question for Miss Akemi. Nami is always taking good care of her tangerine trees. But do you like tangerines too? Sign Kaurin. Answer, I love them. I sit in my warm kotatsu table and eat them all winter. Reader, I have a question. What's your type? Who would you like to go out with among the crew members of the Straw Hats? Answer, all of them combined. The thing called Gargan, which is what Oda created all the way back in volume 33. Reader, has there ever been an embarrassing line you had to say? If so, which one? In the script, the Captain Mayumi Tanaka rewrote my lines that say Thunderbolt Tempo. The te part and tempo was written with a chi. That was so embarrassing when I screamed it out. Note replacing the te with a chi turns the word tempo into the word for male parts. Reader, to Akemi Okamura on the question corner. May I look at your underwear? Signed, Corbuncle. Answer, no! Reader, I always go on shopping sprees. Can you give me some advice in the voice of Nami, please? I'll lend you some money, only 30% interest. Reader, what does it mean to believe? Signed, Umeboshi Chazuke. Answer, beats me! Reader, hello, my friend told me of the time he saw you on stage at Jump Festa. During that event, you said that you always go drinking after recording. If that's true, does that mean you hold your alcohol well, like Nami? Signed, Aino. Answer, we often go out to party with the cast and staff of One Piece. We don't just go drinking, it's a party. So the members of the Straw Hat crew party, just like the voice actors who are the voices for the crew, they party as well. No wonder they get the chemistry so right whenever they have parties in the anime. Reader, hello Okamura, I have a question. In the previous question corner and the one before that, Tanaka and Nakai both said that they go for realism when they do their acts. Do you do the same? If you do, how did you go about doing it during the happiness punch part? Ahem, never mind, forget I said it. Signed, Nami Fan Club member number 73. Answer, of course I go for realism too. On that day, I didn't wear my underwear. Wait, what are you making me say? Reader, I have a question for Nami on the question corner. Nami often smacks the other crew members, but do you actually do it to the other voice actors? For realism. Also, why don't you smack Chopper too much? Why don't you smack Chopper too much? Because he's cute? Signed, Raccoon Dog. Answer, of course I go for realism too. Chopper is played by someone who's a much higher senior member of the agency. Behind the scenes circumstances. Reader, please draw a picture of your character. Don't use any reference materials. Signed, Tokoyan. And she draws a picture of Nami based on her own, her own hand. It's not bad. Reader, I have a question for Nami, Akemi Okamura. Nami always acts uninterested, but does she actually like gentleman characters like Sanji? Signed, blonde, winding eyebrows, thick lips. Which really is Duval. Before Sanji rearranged his face. Answer, what? Sanji? A gentleman? I thought he was a cook. I'm not a gentleman, I'm a cook. Reader, during Thriller Bark, Nami was the only one who wasn't hit by the negative hollow. Alright, have the same be done to you like Nakai. Take this, negative hollow! Signed, Mayonnaise Black. I don't even want to think about the possibility of mayonnaise being black. That's beyond. That's just beyond. Answer, I'm sorry, I'm so beautiful. Oda, that's not negative. Okay, it's time, Okamura. Okamura, the last question is a bit dangerous, so just brush it off. Hello, Okamura. I often watch One Piece with my family members, so here's my question. If you were to take a trip, where would you want to go? In Kuma's voice. Sign, Sokun! Answer, no! Somewhere warm, has a beach, has great food, and has a pretty sky, has a hot spring, and a place where I can relax. Sounds like when I went to Nassau and Half Moon Cay. But it didn't really have the hotels there on that side. The beaches were nice, but it didn't have a hotel. I was on a cruise ship the whole time, so it wasn't kind of like that. Maybe a cruise ship that goes to a nice sandy beach. Oda, you have way too many requests! Oh, there she goes. Goodbye, Okamura, and thank you. Now then, look forward to the next voice actor question corner. And the next time we pop back in for One Piece, it'll be for volume 55. And that's gonna be a fun one. So, everyone, I'm done. It took us a hot minute for me to get through this, but I finally got through it. So I'm thankful that I was able to spend this time with you to read you One Piece. Did my Bleach reaction earlier today. This is the reason why my stream was, pushed back just a little bit. But yes, I enjoyed reading One Piece once again to all of you. And now I get to relax since I'm done messing with Final Fantasy 16. I get to chill just a little bit and not have to worry about, like, oh, I got to do a stream later today to finish Final Fantasy because we're done. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for helping this channel reach 1 million views. Now, mind you, I don't have 1 million subscribers yet. But me reaching 1 million views on this channel is mind-blowing to me. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Not only did I recently reach 10 years of being on YouTube, but literally back last week, I reached a full year of me doing this channel full-time. And now today, I get a message telling me that, hey, your channel reached 1 million views. So overall, I'm just immensely happy to do what I do for all of you. I'm happier than I've ever been. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to live out my dream and have this career. I really do thank you. And it's only going to get better from here. So thank you. And to everyone here, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, because this does help the channel, trust me, it does, then please like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.